Kevin Costner's Horizon. Chapter 2 just debuted at the Venice Film Festival, and critics haven't been kind, but it's not the only Western still coming in 2024. Here are a few more releases to watch before the year wraps up. Heather Graham stars in this gritty horror Western where a mother and daughter face off against a wounded outlaw and his gang of ruthless criminals hunting for stolen treasure. While it's clearly low budget with some rough edges, those costumes might have been rented, the film's twisted plot keeps it fun and unpredictable. Horror fans will love the dark, grotesque twist, and even with its kitschy B-movie vibe, it never takes itself too seriously. Expect some campy thrills mixed with bloody showdowns. Costner's Horizon. Chapter 1 flopped at the box office, pulling in just $11 million on its opening weekend. Chapter 2 was delayed but finally premiered at Venice, only to be met with more of the same criticism. Reviewers are calling it bloated, with too much setup and not enough payoff. Jagged editing makes it hard to follow, and the overly nostalgic production design feels like a missed opportunity. It's a 3-hour marathon that never quite finds its footing, leaving audiences wondering if it can recover before Chapter 3. Viggo Mortensen's The Dead Don't Hurt takes us back to the 1860s for a tragic love story with a twist of frontier survival. Vicky Krieps plays Vivienne, a fiercely independent woman who moves to Nevada with her lover only to be left alone when he joins the Union Army. While he's gone, she battles corrupt officials and unwanted advances, all while trying to carve out her place in a brutal world. It's an emotional, slow-burn Western that puts its focus on the immigrant experience rather than falling into typical genre cliches. This one's a labor of love, with Mortensen proving the Western genre still has some soul left in it. Before Davy Crockett's famous Alamo standoff, he was out battling through the wild frontier to save his sons from a corrupt land baron. Colm Meaney steals the show as the slimy fur trader, while the movie itself pulls off a fun mix of history and fiction. It's low budget, sure, but for fans of B-movie westerns, this hits the spot. If you don't know much about Crockett, this one gives you just enough of a taste to dive deeper into the real legend. After Wild Bill bites the dust in a poker game, Calamity Jane, Emily Bett Rickards, escapes from prison, hell-bent on revenge. Stephen Amell's cameo is short but sweet, though Rickards carries the film with her rugged charm. The movie's got that classic Western vibe, with solid acting and great scenery, especially for its small budget. If you're itching for some good old-fashioned frontier justice, this one might surprise you. A crew of outlaws wakes up to find their train heist loot missing, sparking a tense standoff to figure out who among them is the thief. Eric Roberts shows up late as Bloody Tom, but he's more puppy than menace. While the movie checks off most of its Western crime drama boxes, it's a little too predictable and lacks the bite it's aiming for. Still, it's worth a look if you're into bandits squabbling over stolen loot. Mario Van Peebles returns to the Western genre 30 years after Posse, bringing along a star-studded cast, including Whoopi Goldberg and Cedric the Entertainer. It's a father-son cowboy flick about reclaiming stolen gold, with just enough action to keep things moving. While the political message feels a bit heavy-handed at times, the movie's got some entertaining moments and an exciting story. Plus, it's a bittersweet farewell to M. Emmett Walsh in his final film role.